So you're based in London?
Based in London, yes. The accent's American.
Okay. Can you just give a brief explanation of what your role is at Skype?
Sure. I'm Vice President and General Manager for the Mobile Business Unit and for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So on the mobile side, my responsibility is to manage the business unit end-to-end, focusing on growing our Skype business and getting more and more of our customers to have Skype on mobile. And very much that's focused around how do we work within the mobile ecosystem, working with the OS platforms, the device manufacturers, and the operators. And then for Europe, Middle East, and Africa, that's our largest region in terms of customers, in terms of revenues. How do we keep growing our business? How do we make it easier for our customers to do business with us? We're looking at partnerships in certain markets to expand Skype's presence. So again, it's a growth message.
So in addition to the mobile, are you helping with Skype for Business in EMEA?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
And actually, frankly, there's certainly linkages between mobile and Skype for Business.
And you say you're in charge of a mobile business unit?
Yes.
So how do the revenues come in through that? Is that driving Skype out type calling?
Yes, the primary revenue stream is through Skype out on mobile. So for example, we have a partnership with Hutchison 3. So anytime customers Skype out through that, then we earn revenue from that.
Right. You did deals last year that were announced, say, with Nokia and Sony for the Xperia.
Yes.
Where are those at?
Well, with Nokia, we launched with them. I was at Mobile World Congress in Hong Kong in November. We launched the N900 with them, and that's great. I don't know if you've seen it, but the whole address book, Skype is fully integrated into the address book, and that's really one of our aspirations. Is, as we work with the handset or the OEM manufacturers, how do we make sure that the Skype experience is truly ingrained in that? On the N97, we did announce that we would have the N97 ready last year. It's not ready, but it should be ready first half of this year. And there are other developments in the pipeline with Nokia. So we're pretty optimistic about that in terms of getting more devices.
What about the Sony Xperia? I think.
Yes, no, that's still planned to move forward. And again, I think one of the things that we've learned as an organization, and my background, and if you know my background, I come from the mobile space. I was the chief marketing officer for O2 in the UK, and then when we were bought by Telefonica, I moved into Telefonica as the global innovation director. But you have to, working within the mobile ecosystem, you've got the carriers, you've got the handset manufacturers, you have the OS platforms, and then you've got Skype in the middle of that. And so if one piece of that triangle gets delayed, then you've got issues. So the Xperia is still moving forward. The N97 we plan to launch during the first half of this year, and there are more handset discussions in the pipeline, which is great.
Okay. Does any revenue come off those besides just whatever you generate in Skype out calling?
No, it's Skype out calling. I mean, as we create carrier partnerships, so for example with 3, there are other revenues associated with those agreements. Obviously, I can't disclose those, but we don't just earn the revenue from the Skype out.
The 3 one was disclosed at Ecom.
Was it? Okay,
March,
all right. Okay.
Quite familiar with it.
You know better than I what's been out there. But there are other revenue dimensions to these relationships, but the primary one is the Skype out one. And really for us, revenue is clearly important, but at this stage of the game, it's really about getting Skype on mobile out there, getting more and more customers to use it, to experience it beyond the desktop.
And part of the Skype everywhere objective.
Exactly. Exactly. I know you've heard about the TV announcements this week. I mean, these all fit together as part of enabling the world's conversations wherever you are and whatever device you're on.
Yeah, the TV announcements are generating some interesting conversations.
I guess. I did read one of your articles yesterday, so...
Did you read the one on the TV announcement?
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay, okay. Yeah, well, that was based because I've had some experience there.
Yeah.
And and I think that's as important about the TV as the technology itself.
Yes, exactly.